just so much content within the world. If you're looking for entertainment, well, ladies and gentlemen, you can find entertainment. And for those of us who love anime, there's a lot of different avenues you can go towards. And you know, sometimes things may fly underneath the radar, or maybe we don't get a chance to even talk about what we love. This is also a plot for me to talk about Cyberpunk Edgerunners. Now, I understand that it's been 2 years since the release of this anime on Netflix, but just because it's been a little bit of time doesn't mean it's suddenly bad. Matter of fact, I never actually had Cyberpunk on my radar. At first, I, as well as many others, picked up the Cyberpunk game. It has been 4 years since the initial release of Cyberpunk 2077. And if you did, like me, get the game on release, then it was tragic. I can't believe that CD Projekt Red actually released this game and thought it was okay. And the reason I'm not going to sugarcoat how this game came out is because it was horrific and they knew it. The company publicly apologized and was willing to give anyone a refund if they wanted. Now, of course, most people were going to say, just give me my money back and I'll move on. However, there is a saving grace because if you sticked around, the game got much better after some time. It doesn't magically make me forgive how the game released, but you know what? It's okay, I've seen worse. But in the meantime, Cyberpunk was getting something completely different. It's for sure not the first time this has ever happened, however, the video game was going to get an anime. And now we're talking about Cyberpunk Edgerunners, an anime that is loosely built off of Cyberpunk 2077, but still has its own dedicated characters for the anime. As I mentioned before, I originally was not going to get into the anime because the game was so terrible. However, I got that small little message that said, hey man, you're missing out, pull up. And I don't know, bad joke here, but after I got in, I did not pull out, big buddy. If you're watching this video, I'll just assume you've seen Edgerunners from beginning to end. Don't message me about no damn spoilers. Even though Edgerunners only has a total of 10 episodes, the series makes sure to use every one of these episodes and is meaningful. We follow our main character David, who has a very bad hand in life, a young kid that has to go to school at which he's not accepted in, constantly getting bullied because he is considered different. Now, there's a couple of reasons as to why this could be the case. It could be his economic class, and this is a huge factor that happens within Cyberpunk 2077. And that is more likely to be the case instead of the other option that could be his race. You notice that he is darker than the other kids he sees in class. Now, I don't want to say that's the case because everyone here is considered different anyway. I mean, you have like chips you can put inside your head, so you're already different. However, David does have a very caring mother that would do anything for him to get past school. Whatever she has to do to get paid, she doesn't want him to have to do it as well. We also don't know what happened to David's father. The series never touches on where his dad could be, and that's maybe the reason why he's in the situation he is. Some people believe with the technology that you have that he actually didn't need a father. And by the word need, I mean, you know, being needed to conceive the actual child. However, he still does have one caring parent. Unfortunately, in the first episode, she's put to rest. Now, you can assume what the rest of the story is going to be like and why I want to give it its flowers that it deserves. I mean, short and sweet, this is a get back story. For David, he has multiple paths he can go along without even having parents. He can continue to do his schooling and hopefully become a working man that has a good job, or he can do the route that you assume he probably picked. Now, overall, I want to say that David's story is very depressing. A character that seems to find friends, however, they're in a bad business of the world. So as they continue to go down one by one, he continues to have an empty hole in his heart. It's honestly very sad, and he really just wants to fit in. As soon as he finds that group to fit in too, he suddenly doesn't fit in with the rest of the world. But we also have to mention other characters around him don't do him justice. Look at characters like Lucy or Rebecca, young characters that should probably be going to school just like everyone else. However, they get into this crime-like business and suddenly their lives are just gone. Well, at least one of their lives is for sure gone. But if you look at a character like Lucy, she overall just wanted to leave the area. She fantasized about going to the moon one day and she for sure got her wish. But was it really worth the risk that you had to give? But as you can probably guess, there's multiple underlying messages to this story. And the message that I picked up from this series is you should quit while you're ahead. Every single one of these characters can be a living example, but let's start off with David. He is a character that had a very bad hand to start off with, but he did have multiple chances to have a plus side. I mean, looking at the very beginning, what if he took the bullying situation a different way? Would his mother actually still be around, and could they find another option? Or even when he added the enhancements to his spine, it was all just to get revenge. And after that, he found Lucy, who eventually got involved with May, and they continued on from there. Even though his story is very depressing, David could have found another way. Or again, jumping back to a character such as Lucy, who always wanted to go to the moon. However, as soon as she gets involved with the group trying to get money, she suddenly has to deal with Arasaka. And now her overall goal is just muddied. Even though later on in the series, we see that she actually maybe liked David. And whatever y'all doing right here, I mean, y'all have to like each other or something, because this is weird. But when both of these characters get to that point, what else are you looking for? As they continue on, they end up losing everything instead of just calling it quits. Now again, Lucy did make her dream come true going to the moon, but that trip is for sure by yourself with some sad memories. Overall, I say if you're a tragic victim to the Cyberpunk 2077 incident, at least overall give Cyberpunk Edgerunners a try. You shouldn't feel a burden of watching an anime. There's only a total of 10 episodes, and I say overall the show is pretty mature in the grand scheme of things. If you need some more validation as to how great this anime is, it did win Anime of the Year. Back in 2022, when it won, it knocked out some big hitters too. You know how I feel about Attack on Titan, you best believe I'm gonna put that in the end screen. But also knocking off Demon Slayer and Spy X Family in probably their best seasons is a great feat. The sad truth of it is, it's only 10 episodes. And once that story ends, you're done. But overall, I'd say that this is a very memorable show, and it's also very short and sweet. So if you did watch Cyberpunk, let me know what you think in the comments down below. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say this is a great watch if you've not seen the show yet. And with that, I have another banger for you over here. Thank you to everyone that supports me on Patreon. Until next time, take care.